savings, improved customer service, improved order fulfillment, improved margins, increased revenue. It's really a win-win scenario. So we're very excited to partner with these guys and excited for you out there that take advantage of this pilot program to see the results and measure the net financial benefits for yourself and see for yourself exactly how it works. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm excited to be joined today by my friend and colleague, Jen Orvis, who is an executive VP here at GreenPath Tech. She also leads our partnership with ShelfAware, where we are able to deliver these awesome financial benefits to clients in industrial distribution. And Jen has many years of successful supply chain product sales and marketing experience, and she brings a wealth of knowledge. How are you doing today, Jen?
Good. I've been looking forward to this all day.
Absolutely. I have as well. You know, our big topic for today, we're going to be talking about 3 keys to streamlining sales and order fulfillment. And I'm excited to dive into this with you. So, just to give our audience a little background, can you tell us about your prior work in selling industrial product lines?
Sure thing. My background's in distribution. I also worked for a large manufacturer. I've held the role of sales manager and also was a sales rep. And as a sales manager, that role was in a large distribution location, a RED. And I was responsible for selling both to the large food broadliners as well as some of the smaller local box trucks, and then sold janitorial supplies in large commercial buildings and healthcare facilities. So there we utilize the lean methodology, and that is looking for waste, looking at eliminating waste and optimizing efficiency all the time. So I'm thrilled now to be connected with ShelfAware because they're solving so many of the problems that help make things more efficient. So in ShelfAware, just briefly explain, is a VMI, vendor managed inventory solution, and it uses RFID tags known as smart tags. So I can relate this a little bit to the stores that you hear about walking into now, where you can pick up the things that you want, walk out, and it scans it and knows what you have and what to charge for that. We've brought that to industrial distribution, the ease using those smart tags. So pretty fun thing.
Absolutely. And you know, I have an industrial engineering background and I'm always looking for efficiency, right? Whether it's in sales, marketing, distribution, order fulfillment, um, that's kind of been my career, honestly. So that's really cool. And in that space, you've worked it. You've walked the warehouses, you've walked the buildings, you've met with people. What would you say are some of the key challenges in selling and fulfilling orders in that space?
Well, the first thing that just pops into mind, having been a sales rep, is just so much time in the car. But it's the time in the car to go in, go visit those accounts, which I would never consider being in front of the customer a challenge. It's not. It's required and it's fun and it's all part of being a good sales rep. But so oftentimes you're going because since the last time you were there, perhaps there was a problem with maybe things were expedited correctly, maybe the par levels weren't recorded right, therefore things weren't being shipped correctly. And in a lot of cases, you show up and you hear of something. Hey, someone forgot to place an order and now we're behind, and all of a sudden you have a problem once you get there. Well, what we've found is that it really helps to know before you show up some of the most important information. Other challenges are just not spending enough time with that customer with solutions, being able to find out what their needs really are, how you could solve more problems, and not only just be a supplier, but be someone who's a partner with them and being able to bring more value added solutions to them.
Right, absolutely. Value added time, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
the thing,
Always.
right? Always. So, absolutely. And, we've heard from the guys at Shelfware, um, about stockouts and expedites and changes in orders. We're going to be talking about all the things you have to do kind of to keep that customer happy. But a lot of that is just back and forth emails and phone calls and walking the floor and so forth. Um, I want to go to the flip side in terms of what are some of the keys to success in overcoming the challenges?
Well, yeah, you bring up a good point there just really quickly. That CSR or that inside sales rep spends so much time on order entry, expediting, scheduling, PO corrections. I mean, physical inventory, sourcing. I mean, on and on. And that's one thing that the VMI does is it makes that role for the CSR or an inside sales in a lot of cases we find with the supplier 85% more efficient. So we've been able to quantify that inside sales role is approximately 715 hours a year when servicing a large OEM. And after ShelfAware is implemented, the CSR is spending more like 130 hours a year to manage that same large OEM. So,
Right.
I mean, think about that. And so I kind of touched on it with the challenges. Knowing those numbers before you get to that customer visit is really great. And just to be kind of have that on hand is really good. And there's a company that was a supplier at $3 million with 20 people. They scaled to $10 million with the same 20 people and now on their way to 15 million. So this isn't about, oh, you can fire your staff. No, no, that's not what we do. We say, how can we increase that margin with the same staff? How can we bring more value to these customers and become a partner with them? And, and also the job satisfaction improves both on the sales and the service end and operations. So that's another really great um, benefit there. The margins, we have suppliers that can actually prove that they're having better profitability and increased margins. This does allow, when you are best in class, you really stop competing on price because they're offering it allows for so much more efficiency that you stop having the pricing conversation. You also can go after the larger key accounts and just have more supply chain opportunities. So, and this is what it was built for. So we kind of knew this. This is why the founders built it. But what I was just sharing with you is really coming from our customers. This is what we've been able to prove in the last 10 years of ShelfAware.
Right. And one of the case studies we've highlighted, a client in Kansas saved over 3,000 hours a year with 12 hours invested in setting up the whole system. It's an incredible return on investment. And like you were just talking about, now you become a partner where you're able to expand your basically your product lines and spend time with the executive on, we've got these things coming up. What are you working on, and so forth, and becoming more of a partner and less of a chasing PO changes back and forth, so much. So the system, I love it because it does all the tracking. It knows what the inventory levels are. It knows the reorder points. It does all of that. So now you can spend value time with the executives talking about what they're doing, what they're working on, and how you might be able to help as well. And like you said, the margins increase because you're being a full service supply chain partner at that point, right? You're helping them with so many things that the price conversation, the margin, you get better margins as well. So super excited about all the different things: increased revenue, better margins, better environment for sales reps, better environment for service representatives. It's just a win-win-win scenario. So, with our partnership with ShelfAware, we are very excited to have this measured pilot program where a company can experience and measure the financial benefits for a pilot location. Can you talk about that?
Yes, the pilot is great. I have to start by saying, in the history of shelfware, anyone who tried it and implemented it has not unplugged it. So that's what's cool. But we do allow, for an opportunity to just check it out and see how it fits We break it down. There's a communication, a collaboration, communication, and follow through stage. So we start out with collaborating with you, building a roadmap, shipping all the necessary hardware. From there, really communicating, building an insightful case study that's specific to your business, so you can kind of cast vision on how this is all going to work, and then follow through, meaning we run as fast as you want to run and get the solution to you implemented as quickly as possible. We pretty normal question that comes up anytime we start a pilot. People want more efficiency, but you can't take the time to disrupt production in order to build an efficiency, right? The catch
Right.
22 rock hard place. We've gone into large OEMs and implemented this over a weekend around when major production is happening. This is minimally zero disruption into the operation. So business as usual, not a problem. But whatever anyone's unique circumstances, that's what we work around to make sure that the implementation process goes smoothly.
Right. Absolutely. Yep. Working to
And
get the solution in place, but not disrupt the operation. That's a big thing for
it
sure.
is. And when it's a really easy thing to prepare individuals for, but we have it broken down to first step, you talk to this person, and here's what you're gonna accomplish in that get together, and then you talk with this person, and this is when everything is signed, delivered, and processed, and it's all on a sheet of paper and very easy to follow.
Right. Absolutely. Love it. So, what are the best ways for people to connect with you, Jim?
I'm on LinkedIn, Jen Orvis, and also Jen at shelfawarevmi.com. You can email me there anytime as well.
Awesome. Awesome. And this last question is one that I ask a lot of my guests. What would you say as a final word of advice for our friends out there listening or watching today?
There's a lot of advice out there. I'd say stay curious in personal life, in business life. After being in career for so long, I myself have been selling and involved in business for over 25 years. And there are some environments we walk into and we think we know everything. We know this, we've done this. And the ability to sit and be quiet and pause and listen and maybe ask a question, no matter how well we know something or know a person or know a business or an industry, there is always more to learn. And if not even the tactics inside of that industry, business, or person, possibly the way someone else views it. And that can just really help us. The curiosity to learn and stay open in interactions can really help us, I think, move forward more quickly.
Absolutely. I think it helps with relationships, right? When you're asking them, how can we be of assistance or what are you working on those or just what's new? What's
Yeah.
new with you guys? You will learn a lot. Like you just said, you'll never stop learning, frankly. And I think it helps with the relationships as well, very, very much. So, well, that really appreciate you coming on, Jen. That's going to do it for our show today. Thanks for listening or watching, everybody. And we will see you again on the next one. Take care.
Thank you.